Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday morning. It's about 7. And I'm getting ready to feed the kitties. And we'll get our day started. You may notice something right off the bat. I don't know if you can pick it up, but yeah. So we'll talk about it. So yeah. The gray got to me in looking at the videos. And so I decided to color my hair. It was not a good idea. This is not the color that I colored it. I went through Grok and ChatGPT, took a picture of myself, said what color hair should I have. They gave me, I think it was a golden brown, light golden brown, and so I got light golden brown. Let's emphasize brown, and it turned red. I will insert a picture here so that you can see it. It is red. And so I immediately ran out and got the Oops color remover. I rinsed and rinsed and rinsed, shampooed, rinsed, as they recommend. This is what I have now. I'm not mad about this. It's still got a little bit more red than we care to have. I was red once. I don't want to be red again. And so next, I'm going to try. So next week, you might see me with lighter blonde hair. I don't know. But I couldn't do it. I am 60 years old. I am not ready for gray hair yet. Mentally, I'm not there yet. I'm still 30. I'm still 30 in my brain. And I know my mom feels this way too. Even she puts color on her hair. She's blonde. So that's probably where I get it. Anyway, this is where we're at with this part of the week. And then we're going to talk about the new sewing machine and the new sewing machine setup. But first, I got to get in that room and get 2 dolls boxed up and get myself together so I can go run to the post office or the UPS drop-off place. And I'm on the search for something today that will lead into something else. Okay, so hopefully we can find it today. Before I get one packed up, though, I just have to share him with you. Oh my God, he's so adorable. So this week I kind of redid a new pattern. So this took most of this week. Is trying to get this chubby dude done. And he does have an open mouth. Yeah, he's so sweet. So, all right, let me get these packed up, and then we'll talk the rest of the week. We are just dropped off our packages to UPS. Now I have the hunt for a certain item today that is going to help us do something. So that's all I'll say until I get it. Let's go. Well, that was fast. We got it. Okay, let's get home and show what we've done this week, and we'll go from there. Okay, so before we get into any of our makes for this previous week, I want to go over the New Home Janome sewing machine that I purchased, and I will show it to you here. It is a bright, like retro green. I love it. It was a choice between blues, purples. I think there was a blue toile. It was a little bit more expensive for some reason. It was white. It was the only one that had white on it. But I like this one because it's retro, it's bright, it's fun. So let's take a look at it. Okay, this is it. You can see it's very retro. Like I don't even know what color you would call it. Like a mint. Like a retro mint. But I'm getting used to it still. I will tell you that it is a sturdy machine. Compared to my brother that I paid $300 and some for. This one was $149, I believe, and it is sturdier. It's light. It's fairly light, but you can feel the metal. I don't know how else to say it, but this is how you do a buttonhole right here. These are your tensions, and that's the tension. These are your only stitch options. Your reverse, which I'm still getting used to this. My brother has it right here, and it's so easy just to reach up. And there's some more tensions there. But that's the machine. Before I even started playing with that burgundy shirt, that we will see in just a minute. I started doing some stitches here on this piece of old bedspread, and I will tell you, it may not be the most beautiful thing, but this Janome is the only sewing machine that I've ever done a buttonhole the first time, ever. Even everything, I have an old Pfaff, which I love, my Pfaff. I love my Pfaff. If I can get it fixed, I will probably go back to that one because I love it. But even that one, I had a hard time getting my buttonholes done. I had to keep doing mock-ups. But the Janome first time, again, it's not a most beautiful buttonhole, but it's the back of it. But it's a dang buttonhole, and that's the first thing I can say that I've ever done on the first try. These are some stitches. And we've got our straight stitch, I don't even remember what that one was, zigzag, and you can see, you know, and that's it. So then we started on the Simplicity, is Simplicity 8791, and I did this shirt here with this peplum there. If I had used the correct fabric that the pattern recommends, that shirt would have been very, very pretty. It's still kind of nice, and we'll go into it. We'll put in some video. Get it, girl. I love this top. I don't like how I made it, but I love this top. I love how I did the stand collar. I love how it flatters my waist. The sleeves, I don't know. We're going to have to work on the sleeves. This one is too big, and the other sleeve is too tight. So we're going to have to work on that. I know that I sewed the facing in wrong on one of them, but that's it. I love it. So you can see there are some places that we can do better. I think that's obvious. The sleeves are wrong. I don't like the sleeves because at this present moment I am very wide, and we're trying to shrink that. But right now I'm very wide, so those sleeves coming out is just adding more. Now if we really think about that though, doesn't that make my hips look smaller? Conundrum. But anyway, I'm gonna make it again. I am, but I'm not gonna use, well, I might use these sleeves, and you can see, I don't know if I can show you the pattern. See how it's got a back, a front, and then the center of the sleeve right here. So I like the sleeve, and perhaps if I use the right fabric, it won't be as hard to sew, for one, and it might lay closer to my actual shoulder and arm. Now, in the video, you'll see that I point to the sleeve, and I mentioned in the video that I kind of messed up on that, but I was able to get the little stand collar done. It's not perfect, again, the whole thing was just let me just get back into sewing, and I love it. I love it. This channel might honestly go back to sewing. And with Amazon Prime deals this week, I have talked myself off a cliff to get a dress mannequin. I know, in the past, years ago, I had little Doris. She's now in the basement, covered in cobwebs. And I don't even want to bring her back up. So I wanted to get a dress mannequin to start draping again, start fitting. But I'm going to do it on my own. Okay, and so that brings us to some ideas. Okay, hear me out. The happiest I've ever been with any make that I have ever done is when I made myself a dirndl for Christmas a few years ago. We will put a picture here of said dirndl, and I want to make dirndls, but not dirndls. I want to make tops that might be a dirndl. Like, okay, this is an apron. Hi, little hollering. This is an apron that I got for my Cotton Bellies storybook hour. We won't even talk about that. But anyway, look, if I did a square neck like this with something like this part right here, and then this part would be the same color. This part right here, part of the shirt, and I could even do it like in a princess seam where this part would be another color, like here, like I can't explain it, but we'll get there. But that's what I'm thinking. And I'm going to put a video in here of a shirt that I love, but I do not wear it because it's got a T-neck, which I like. It's got gathering here, which I'm not keen on, but I love the way that the under the bust has two little flaps. You'll see it. We'll do the video now. I love this top so much, you guys. I wear it under like a blazer and it works very well. I just love it. I think it's flattering on me. I don't like the back because I don't like that low back, so we have to fix the back of the shirt on the next pattern. I love the two flaps. That's what we're going for, those two flaps. Okay, see what I mean? I love this top, but we got to fill in the back. We have to get different sleeves. I really do like a sleeve with just the tiniest bit of puff, because as we discovered in the burgundy mess up top, and again, I'm 80s, okay? I'm 80s. I love not drastic shoulder pads, and I think we went through this with dressing Tammy too, that it helps make my hips look smaller. So we need to get some fabric ordered at some point, which means I need to make dolls. We're only going to be doing once a week videos because I have to have my business time so I can make money. Now, why did I pick up that brown roll of paper today? Well, let's take a look at a video that I did a mock-up of this little top, and we will discuss it. Okay, this is the mock-up that I started on. You can see that neckline's too low. I'm not happy with that. So it looks like it fits well, but when I tried to close it with the provided, button, center front button things, it was too tight toward the waist. So I'm going to have to add more into the waistline. These back arm size also seem to be a little bit too close in on my arms. I'm going to have to probably change that. But overall, the bust line seems like it works. It's just, I just have to raise up that neckline because that is way too low. But I love this shirt. Okay, so this is the next top. This is Butterick 4394, and I am looking at this top here. This is the top that I was trying on, this little funky retro Christmas. It reminds me of kitchen fabric. But this is the top that I was trying on, and I cut it out in the largest size this pattern came in, which was, I believe, a 20, and it doesn't have any finished measurement sizes, I don't believe. Let me see. I know I've looked this envelope over and over. Let's see. Waist. Oh, it does. Okay. Okay. Top C and D. It says the 20 has a lower edge at 60 inches. I don't know, and maybe that's snug. And I didn't even sew this as the proper seam allowance. I sewed this on a a quarter inch. So all these seams just have a quarter inch seam allowance on them to get me there. So, and then the back length from base, it doesn't really have, it just says the width, lower edge is 61 inches. So I don't know why it's so tight when I didn't even sew it. I don't know why it's so tight. I know why it's so tight, because you have been going crazy for the last 4 years eating like there's no tomorrow. Anyway, so this is the mock-up. Now, why did we get the brown paper? Because we are going to take this apart and we are going to raise this neck part here up by about 2 inches. This is the, it shows loops on it, but we might do buttonholes. So that would be this right here. So we're gonna raise this part up about 2 inches because I don't want all my cleavage spilling out. And from what I've gathered on my comfortability, if that's a word, that I need to add on the, let me show you. Okay, and you tell me if I'm gonna be messing up. Okay, so this is the center front. This is the princess seam here, and that's the side seam. So I have to add, for my own comfortability, another 3 inches around my waist. And again, we're gonna add the 3 inches. We can always take away, but what I'm gonna do is on each of these seams right here, I'm gonna add 1/2 inch here, a 1/2 inch here, and a 1/2 inch on the other side. And so I'll do that on both sides, and that should get me 3 inches like that. Because when I tried it on, that's about how much that was still open once I closed the top. This part fits fine. I'm okay with this. We might have to mess with the arm side and the back. And I think the front will be fine once, you know, we take it in with the seam allowance. It should lay right. So that's what we're gonna work on. So this top, we should have something. I think I have enough of this very tiny yellow gingham to make a shirt that I want to make. So we're going to try that, but that will be next video. But what I'm saying is, see how this shirt has this right here? So when I was talking about making dirndls, wouldn't it be interesting if we did this part and these 2 sections in a color, the sleeves in another color, like an ivory, because I don't look good in white. But then we do like a facing in white, so it looks like the shirt is showing here. And we might tee it off, you know, just a T-neck instead of this little heart, sweetheart neckline. And then the bottom, we could do like the back in whatever color we did this. And then these 2 panels could be, I don't know, I might be going crazy, like an apron type thing. I'm not sure. But it has to be, again, it's going to be a Tammy thing that I have to do. I have to do it. Just like I make dolls, when I get an idea in my head, I have to make it until it goes away. And then once I know it doesn't work, we'll move on to something else. But this is what I have in my head. So next week, we should have this shirt finished in a yellow gingham to hopefully look as close to this as we can get it. The yellow gingham, let me go get it. Okay, here it is. I should have enough of this, I think. So I'm hoping that it'll look good on me. We'll see. I love yellow. I love to wear yellow. I think I look cute on yellow, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So that is going to be next Thursday's make, I hope. We might have 2. I don't know. I got a piece of hair in my mouth. So that's where we are. So I thank you guys so much for watching. And tune back in next week. See what kind of mess we get ourselves in. Because I'm loving this. I'm so back. I'm so back into sewing. And I've found also that if we can talk a little bit of progress, I am down 10.4 pounds since May 14th. I'm very happy. I personally, I know nobody can see it yet because it's only been a month, but I personally can feel it under my breasts and in my thighs. I can see my little lumpy thighs have gone down a little bit. Even my little hangy pooch belly, it may not be noticeable to you, but my smaller underwear definitely can see a difference, if that makes any sense. So I am very happy, and getting back into this has really helped wandering into the kitchen to get a snack. Not that I have bad snacks in the home anymore, but it really has kept me from going in there and nibbling on everything. And I will tell you this, Those zero sugar Pillsbury cake mixes make the best dessert. I do like, I can't even remember how much it is now. I think it's like a third of a cup. A third of a cup with a third of a cup of whatever liquid I want to use in it. Microwave that for 60 seconds. And then I get a can of tart cherries and juice. That's it. This is my bedtime snack. Just tart cherries, not the cherry pie filling, just tart cherries. I think 2/3 of a cup of just tart cherries has 50 calories in it. So what I do is I take the tart cherries and I mix just a tiny bit of my Mio cherry and blackberry flavoring in it, and it gives it more of a syrupy, you know, like if you would have had pie filling. And I mix those up with the cherries and put it over my little cake. Oh, it is the best bedtime snack because tart cherries are good for helping you sleep. So it's amazing. And so I love it. I'm loving being back to sewing. Addressing Tammy is still going to be about trying to get ourselves together. I've got some plum eyeliner and plum mascara coming from my little Amazon purchases. So I want to see how that works. I think, of course, as you get older, you lose your eyelashes, as you can tell. And I'm trying to find some mascara that will give me some some eyelashes back. And so far, it's just all the same, like this. I don't put any eyeliner on the top of my lids. That's a no-go for me. I put it just in the bottom lash line is what I do. So, and I also ran out of the lip stain, the Nudie, I think it's Nudie lip stain, which I love. It lasts so long. Let me go get it. This is it. Let me do my beauty influencer. Sashu lip stain. I know it's probably backwards, but it is in Noodie, Noodie, and I love it. I think it's wonderful. I usually wear this out when I go with my mom because we always go out to eat, and it lasts our whole trip. So I need to reorder this. I'm gonna go see if that's on the Amazon special right now. See if I can get that in this week. So that's gonna do me for this week on Addressing Tammy. We have addressed our hair color and we messed that up. But what I'm gonna do, and you might see this next week, I know I'm trying to wrap it up, bear with. When I saw my first video with my dark and gray hair that I wasn't ready. I didn't like it. I know a lot of people thought it looked good on me, but I went and bought this right after that first video. This is for Smoky Blonde, I believe it is, right there. I don't know if you can see, Smoky Blonde. And it's supposed to be for, I got it for when my hair was a little bit darker. But now, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to get it in blonde, and see if we can get this slight bit of red that's still in here. I don't know, maybe I'm seeing something. Maybe other people see like a golden blonde. I don't know. I like it. I just want it to be a little bit less orangey red. That's what I see. And you can tell me if you don't see it. But I'm going to get a blonde one of these, and I'm going to put that in here to see if that'll lighten it. And we'll go from there. So we're addressing that. We're addressing our eye color. We have gray blue eyes. Back when I was a redhead, I used to wear purple mascara. And one of my longtime high school friends said, "Oh my gosh, I never noticed you had green eyes." I don't think I have green eyes. But when I had that, that's what people would say, I had green eyes. So I'm going to get plum to see if that brings out any green in my eyes. And we'll see what we've got. So addressing all manner of issues. We're on track with our weight. This is my rebounder right here. We're on track with this. We're on track with sewing. We're on track with keeping update every week on our videos. We're doing well. I think we're doing well. There's been some setbacks, but we've been doing well. So that's where Addressing Tammy sets as of June 23rd, 24th, 23rd, whatever Thursday is. That's where whatever Wednesday is, because you'll see this tomorrow. That's where we're at. So I think we're doing a pretty good job. I said I was going to order some black palazzo pants. I'm not going to order those yet. I want to wait another 2 months. I don't want to order them yet. It's too hot. I'm not going to be going anywhere. And anywhere I go, it's going to be with my mom. It's probably going to be up north to Carbondale. And so I'm just going to wear what I wear. So, and then once I get down to, at least in my 16-14 era, I still have a pair of Gloria Vanderbilt size 14s that I was so proud. You guys, I was so proud to get those Gloria Vanderbilt size 14s and to fit them. You don't know. You don't know how proud I was. So they're still in my closet hanging up. So that's a goal. So when I hit those Gloria Vanderbilts, I will have made it to a milestone for me. So, but we're back. We're back. I'll see you guys next Thursday. And hopefully we have a little gingham top made out of this pattern. Okay? So, you guys have a great day. Have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye.